All right, my lovely friends, it is that time. So you and I, we have to spend a little time together and cover what's going on here. You know, it's a freak show. It's a freak show. I should end it right there, but let's just cover it. All right, so this is my post-market wrap-up on this Wednesday, January 13, 2021. Let's start off with the markets. Okay. So, stocks finished pretty much flat. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, a fractional loss. S&P 500, NASDAQ put on gains today. Okay. What does that mean? Well, I can tell you this. The stock market's going higher, and not just higher, much higher. Now, let's refocus here on cryptocurrencies. They are getting bid up, bid higher. I explained to you last night, Bitcoin kind of touched its recent low, but it came very close. Now it is over 36,000. Look, there is no doubt in my mind whatsoever. I'm going to come out here and just say, within a very short time, Bitcoin is going to be over 50,000. Okay, 50. And we're probably not going to be done either at that point. Why? It's very simple. The dollar is dying. Oh yes, the dollar has had a slight, somewhat knee-jerk higher as of late. It did finish higher today. But in the grand scheme of things, we know what's going on here. We heard from the Fed today. We're going to talk about that yet again. We know the mechanism. So assets like cryptocurrencies are going higher. Eventually, you see, here's the deal. You got the largest bank. I want you to think about what I'm going to tell you here. The largest bank in the world, on the planet, bar none, buy assets. This gives them enormous power. Enormous power. They're rigging the precious metal market. They've been rigging it for years. They got caught red-handed over and over and over again, paying millions of dollars, billions of dollars in fines. They just paid $9 billion recently. And they're not going to stop. No amount of rigging the price action of metals in fines is going to stop J.P. Morgan from doing what they are doing. And it's other banks too. But J.P. Morgan is the hub. They're the one that everyone goes to looking for rigged metal prices. So just keep that in mind. When you see more paper, gold and or silver dumped onto the market in one day, even sometimes in an hour, than is mined and in an entire year, you know it's just totally being faked. But again, this will continue because everyone's turning a blind eye to it. The commodities exchange clearly understands what's going on with precious metals, but it's going to continue until it doesn't. And I don't care. I don't care. I will continue to own it. I will continue to buy precious metals, physical gold, physical silver, more importantly. That's it. Let me, look, there's so much to this. I could devote hours alone to talking about it, but I'm just not going to right now. So again, let's go back to what's going on. U.S. 10-year yield 1.09. Crude oil did fall under some pressure today. Gold actually put on a slight gain. Silver got hit slightly. Nothing major. The turnaround in cryptocurrencies, I hate picking bottoms, people. I hate it. I don't like it. Did I nail the recent top on Bitcoin? Absolutely. I nailed it to the wall. But look, a lot of that was just luck. A lot of it was luck. I was out here saying, people, you might want to consider pulling profit. I just smelled something. Something just didn't smell right. But I'll tell you this. The price action of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies right now, I'm not calling a bottom here, but it smells like a bottom. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anyway. Like I said in the video I did this morning, what are you going to do? You want to sit here and pick bottoms and tops? Good luck. Good luck. And that's coming from a guy who has done it many, many times. But there's a lot of luck. There's a lot of luck here. Don't worry about it. Just, look, If we understand the environment, it's so twisted. If we understand it, then we know what to do. That's really what it comes down to. It's not about picking tops. It's not about picking bottoms. It's trading trends. It's getting ourselves in the right spot. It's understanding the mechanism, understanding what's really happening here. And it's a freak show. It's a freak show, like I started off this entire video. So what I want to do here is cover a few things with you, and we're going to do that. Let's start off with this. Now, we understand, we've been hearing there's no inflation. There's no inflation. There's no inflation. Despite the fact, I want you to consider this, that they have killed the global economy, henceforth killing the money velocity. Well, right here, U.S. consumer prices on the rise. This is CNBC. Now, if you were watching CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business, they keep talking about inflation, inflation, inflation. Yes, we have inflation. Yes, prices are going up. That's what happens when you have a Federal Reserve that's determined to kill the dollar, buy everything in sight, and they're telling us they're doing it. It's incredible. It's absolutely... Here, Washington, Reuters, U.S. consumer prices increased in December. Then I followed it up with, so why are Fed presidents telling us that there's no inflation? Are they being dishonest? Is it possible, maybe, that Fed presidents are not telling the truth? I don't know what to say about Fed presidents other than they are not human. They are the scum of the earth. Just like our politicians. They're the scum of the earth. It's the truth. It's totally freaking insane. Now, how about this one? Look at this headline. This is Market Watch. COVID-19 will cause, so the virus will cause twice as much homelessness as the Great Recession. Now, I had to say this. It's propaganda. This is our fascist government, that's what we have now, which has shut down and continues to shut down the economy for a virus with a better than a 97% survival rate. How does it feel to know, if you live here in America, that, again, by definition, what we have here is fascism? Period. The end. You think it's going to change under Joe Biden? We went from the fascist orange creature to the freak Biden creature. Okay, that's where we're going here. That's where we are. So sick. Now, I want you to hear this because it comes right out of the mouth of a pig. Who is this pig here? This is Federal Reserve President Bullard, okay? Pig. This is him. I'm just going to read this. All theories of what generates higher inflation are pointing in the same direction right now. Duh! Right out of the mouth of a pig. This is the goal of the Federal Reserve, but stay distracted. Make sure you're watching the impeachment. Make sure you're watching the useful idiots take over buildings. Make sure you're watching the political freak show. They're telling us what they're going to do and what they're doing. Don't you understand? They're saying it right out. Oh, it gets better. We heard from another one earlier today. Let's move forward here. Oh, how about this one? This is the Federal Reserve. This was breaking earlier today. Federal Reserve. Auto sales here in the United States are weak. The economic recovery is weak too. Recovery? Translation. More money printing. Duh. I'll tell you. And then this is no surprise. What I'm about to tell you right here is no surprise to you. I have explained for years that debts and deficits are going to balloon. Well, here we go. Here's the headline. U.S. budget deficit balloons to $144 billion in December, and more is on the way. Really? Imagine, wait a minute, I got to get a good shock face going. Let me get ready. Can't make this stuff up. You can't do it. No one could. Now here we go. Let's talk about this freak show. I got to get a handle on myself right here. I really do. Give me a second, all right? Ohio researchers say they've identified not one, but two new COVID strains which spread more rapidly and therefore are, worse. They're more contagious. Now, we understand, all of us who have a brain, that viruses do mutate. This is me writing. But the narrative, it's mutating worse. Imagine for a moment if these viruses, or the virus, whatever the hell it is, was mutating to a less virulent strain. Would you even hear about it? No. This is a mechanism here to sell the vaccine through fear. Fear. That's what this is. Okay? Remember, 97% or better survival rate, and they shut us down. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And I want to shed a little light on here. Rick Santelli, I like the guy. Rick, if you're out there, I happen to like you. But I happen to know for a fact that you were told to cut it with your anti-Fed talk. It's not going over so well, Rick. So it looks like you're getting bought and paid for, Rick. That doesn't make me very happy, Rick. You should quit, Rick. Quit. I am sure you're a multi-millionaire, Rick. Quit now, okay? If they're telling you what not to say, get out. Don't be like the ass kisser of all time, freaking Steve Leisman, who has his nose so far up the rectum of the Federal Reserve, he could taste what they ate for breakfast. It's the truth. Here we go. Fed Brainerd. Fed bond buying is likely to remain unchanged for quite some time. That means in perpetuity. In perpetuity. Here's another one from Fed Brainerd, Lael Brainerd, the other freak from the Ultimate Freak Show. The unemployment rate is above 20%. This is what she's allowing us to know for the lowest paid workers. Let me explain this to you. 20%, if she's allowing you to know it's above 20, it's actually above 50. But you see, it's misinformation. You must be fed lies. Now let's talk about lies here. I want you to remember this. This is former CIA Director William Casey. This is what he said. This is what he said. I'm going to quote. "We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything the American public believes is false." Does that sound anything like what's happening right now? The lies, the propaganda, the misinformation, the fake news, the distractions. We are in a twisted environment. And if you think this is going to get any better, well, you got another thing coming. All right, people, look, I think I covered everything that had to be covered here. What do you think about all this stuff? It's just too much. It really is. I'm going to need a vacation soon. All right, I haven't taken any time off in a while, but I'm getting to the point where I'm going to need one. All right, look, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. See you in the morning. Please share the video.